Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Episode number 233 of the show. 33 weeks removed from the 200th anniversary celebration of this podcast. What's up? Established in 2014. Do you like the shirt? Say it. Say it. I'm dead sexy. Say it. Dead sexy. Guess what? You too can have one of these shirts. You want to know how? I'll tell you in a minute. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday to you, folks. Hope everybody's doing great. Let's get the ticker ticking. Got some info on the bottom of that sucker. Please check it out. I'd very much appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Let's say some hellos. What's up, Cam? How you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the show. Canadian Cam, right? Yes. Sugar Shane, what's going on? Chris in the house. Shannon, how are you? Ray's got a shirt. Ray, do you have your shirt yet? Are you the proud owner of a Tom Clark's Main Event shirt yet? Because Ray done went and bought a shirt, yo. Ray's a man of his word. I appreciate you, brother. What's up, Carlos? How you doing? Double V, Victor Vasquez. Always loving your posts, my friend. I know you see my name liking your stuff all the time. Super Dave Yarnell, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for hanging out. Reggie Camp, what's up, my friend? How are you? Severn Valley, what's going on, brother? How are you? Doing great, my friend. What's up, Toby? How are you doing, my friend? David Down Under, how you doing, sir? Good to see you again. Belinda, hi, how are you? What's up, Will? Happy Friday to you as well. Let's see. July 15th, I get my shirt. Go, Ray. Ray, I fully expect you to wear a pic. Wear a pic. Let's try it again. Take a pic of you in the shirt and tag me in it. I'll put you all over on my social media. You'll be all up in it. All up in it. I appreciate you, man. Tom Clark 316. Tom Clark 316 says, go buy a shirt. Eric, they got your size. I promise you. They got your size. I promise you. Greg says, I got the hookup on SummerSlam tickets, parking pass. Oh, everybody hit Greg if you want to go to the big SummerSlam. Ray's going to send me a video. Ray, you're the man, my friend. You're the man. Robbie says, hey, I'm moving to new territory tomorrow from small town Brownwood, Texas to Sulphur Springs, Texas. New experience for me. Dude, good luck on the move. I hate moving. Moving sucks. You know this. But, once you get it done, you're all good. It's just setting up so chore. What's up, Timothy? How you doing, my friend? We're going to kick off the show with some stuff that you guys hopefully want to talk about. What's up, Gene? How are you today? Let's see. I'm doing good. Everybody. It's been a good week. It's been a trying week in some ways. How you doing, Bobby? Good to see you, my friend. Hope everybody is hanging out today. I appreciate the regular cast of characters. Folks, let me ask you to do something for me, if you will. Go hit that like button. The thumbs up and the heart. How they do that? Something like that. If you go do that for me, I'd very much appreciate it. It would mean loads to me. Again, yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Go hit those buttons for me. There's my name. Yeah, we're live. What about it? We're not live if you're watching the replay. I can't do anything about that. Let's get to some stuff before we get to the show, because it's a really big show as always. Guess what's happening? On the website, new designs have been added to Tom Clark Pods. And I know what you're thinking. What's that, Tom? What is Tom Clark Pods? Hi. Can you tell me? Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah. tinyurl.com/Tom Clark Pods. It's for Tom Clark's podcast. Keep up, kids. Let's show you what that bad boy looks like. Bam! Check that out. Here's the part of the show where I hawk my merch. Everybody okay with that? Show of hands. Yeah? Okay, cool. So here you see my two podcasts, Tom Clark's Main Event and Tom Clark's 6M podcast, where we focus on movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. It's a fun show. If you've never checked it out, please go check it out. I'd love to hear your input. I'd love to hear some reactions on it. Check out these designs just added by yours truly this week. If you love this, if you guys are fans of that hot garbage button, well, guess what you got to go do? Get yourself a hot garbage tee, baby. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Take a look, baby. I'm trying. Hold on. I'm trying to take a look. It's not cooperating. For God's sake, take a look. There it is. Check that out. Got the hot garbage logo on top. You got Tom Clark's Main Event Show logo on the bottom. The shirts fit great, by the way. They fit. So if you like your shirts to be a little looser, you may want to go a size up. Check this out, baby. We've got sizes all the way up to 5X. So as long as you're 5X or under, then we got you back, baby. We are ready for you. Okay, so go check that out. Let's check out the other designs as well. I promise you I'm going to be through this in a minute. We'll get to some headlines of the week. We've got some other designs. We've got the main event, the classic Tom Clark's Main Event logo, as you see there. Check this out. We've got the What's Up Kids, Where's the Dog, Say Hey to the Boy, and Go with God, brother. Someone last week on the pod suggested, hey, you say go with God a lot. You should put that on a shirt. Guess what? Bam. How about that? Check this out. Go with God. If you like the baseball type t-shirts, we got you, baby. Check that out. Isn't that cool? I love that so much. And I promise you guys something. Of the money that you're going to spend on any of my merch, I promise you this. This is my hand to God. I make this much. I'm not here to get rich, kids. If I were, I'd be very disappointed with my cut. There's a 20% markup, and of that, I'm not getting what you might think I might get. So anyways, it is what it is. But honestly, as I said for the past 2 weeks in a row, I'm just trying to get the logo out there. That's all I want. I'm just trying to get logo out there. If you guys would help me with that, listen, I got magnets, I got stickers, phone cases, bags, I got pillows. It doesn't have to be a shirt. You don't want to drop $25 on a shirt? I totally get that. I got magnets that are very affordable, buttons that you can wear on your coat or whatever. Dude, I would very much appreciate your business. And again, it's not putting a ton of money in my pocket. I promise you. Okay. It's not. It's just about getting the logo out there. That's all I'm doing. I promise you. That's all I'm doing. If you could just put my logo on yourself and walk around, and when some random person or friend or family member says, what's that? Just help me push the show. That's all I'm asking for, dude. I'm not asking for anything else. I'm not trying to take donations or anything like that. I'm trying to get you something for your money. So there you go. Chris says you're calling yourself garbage. Hey man, if you wear the shirt, then you know exactly. And by the way, people who will see the shirt will ask, what's this about? There you go. There you go, baby. We got lots of stuff to talk about. I see some stuff in the chat concerning the day's headlines. We're going to get to everything that you guys are talking about. I do promise you. I've got everything teed up here. Let's kick off the show with the Funk Man himself, the Funker, Terry Funk. News broke this week that he's been moving to an assisted living facility, which is probably not a good sign. Listen, as long as you've got breath in your body, what was it? Moxley said WWE all the time. If you got two hands, you got a fighting chance. Don't discount the man. You see what I'm saying? Is he near the end? We don't know. He could have 10 years left. How do we know this? Listen, whoever you pray to, whatever you may pray to, if you do that sort of thing, I'm sure his family would greatly appreciate it. Thoughts, well wishes, good vibes, all the best vibes in the world, and all the best go out to Terry Funk and the family of Terry Funk, including his friends and fans. Of course, we here at the show. Terry's a legend. If you don't know much about Terry Funk, you're cheating yourself. Go Google Terry Funk. Go to YouTube and look up everything you can find on Terry Funk. Because I hate to hear that he's in bad health. It's going to happen to all of us, kids. It's going to happen to all of us. I promise you. Toby says Terry Funk literally gave his body to the business, much in the same way Foley did, right? Shannon, I hear you for sure. I'm sure, again, his family appreciates that. James says Terry Funk is the heart and soul of ECW. I would say he's the heart and soul of the business as well. A great guy, loves the business. I don't know if anybody's ever said an ill thing about him. Cam says Tommy Dreamer spoke to him this week and said that his sharp as attack, and it was much to do about nothing. That's great. That's awesome. Cam, thank you for that. I've not listened to Busted Open this week. Usually I'll check out the pods or check out the shows. I just haven't this week. I'm kind of behind on that. So there you go. Tammy says, yep, I agree. I get you. Dave says Chainsaw Charlie, man, a regrettable gimmick. I hate that. I was just never a fan of that. The hose on his, I was going to say pantyhose, the hose on his face and everything. Ugh, I just didn't care for that. I get it. Vince trying to make money off the name, whatever. And plus, he didn't want it to be Terry Funk. It wanted to be a character. I get it. Bobby, you're 100% right, my friend. Absolutely great performer. Yeah, all the best to him. Listen, Terry's been through hell and back a few different times. So, Rick kicked out. Hopefully Terry will kick out of this. That's what we're all hoping for. So again, all the best from Tom Clark's main event to Terry Funk himself. Please get back on your feet soon, my friend. There you go. Cherie joining us today from hot California. It's already like 88 degrees here, 86 degrees here in North Carolina. So yeah, it's going to be a hot one. Listen, we're as we did last week, we're going to do things a little bit differently. WWE's main roster shows are not exactly everything that life is made of and then some. I'm just being straight with you. So if you tuned in to get live or, main roster updates, you may be disappointed. Raw is a dumpster fire of a show, kids. I don't know what more to tell you. This is not about, Tom hates WWE. Not at all. I want this show to be good. I really want this show to be good. It's not. SmackDown's repetitive. It's the same stuff every week. Look, if that's what they want to do, go with God, brother. Okay, that's the truth. It is what it is. But at the same time, man, we got to be realistic about this. What do you have time for in your week? What do you have time for to put into your head that you have time to sit there and absorb? I don't know if I have time to put a bad pro wrestling show in my head or in front of my eyes. I want to watch stuff that I know I'm probably going to get a return for my investment. And right now it's not Monday Night Raw. It's hardly Friday Night SmackDown. And again, there's some good stuff on both shows. Is there enough to get me glued to the tube for 3 straight hours? Nah. Is it enough to get me glued to the tube for 5 straight hours? Nah, I don't think so. So again, if you tuned in for that, you may not be happy. Just being straight with you, okay? That doesn't mean you got to leave. Don't about go anywhere. And by the way, while you're here, if you haven't done so, please hit the thumbs up and the heart button. I very much appreciate it. We're going to kick off the show this week with AEW, who saw the arrival of Malakai Black. Aleister Black has been born again in All Elite Wrestling. Tommy End has arrived. A very impactful arrival. Great stuff all the way around. Them turning the lights out through the show, and then bam, it popped up. This time when the lights came back on, he was there. This was all Tommy's idea. He was very much into that. He wanted to do something creative, and you know what? Love it. Love it. I just can't get enough of this guy. I said for a long time that he is a star. Why are they treating him this way? What's going on? And now we're finally going to get, we're going to get what we want. Carlos was there. Carlos, what's up? I went to the show Wednesday. A guy in front of me was heckling the guy from Private Party with the hair. He had his hair painted in braids and he got mad and threw something at the fan. And Matt Hardy had to hold him back. People were calling him Fruity Pebbles. He got mad. Carlos, don't take that stuff seriously. They're heels. You know that, right? So they're going to interact with the crowd. And by the way, if you really got mad, now listen, if the guy was using racial slurs, that's something else altogether. People need to check themselves. Carlos, talk to me about the response from the crowd when Malakai Black showed up in the ring. Talk to me about that. Tell everybody here, how loud was it? Because from where it looked from where I was sitting, it was huge. Huge. I love it. Bobby says, I think he's going to be have an actual chance of being something special. I could not agree more. I love it. I love it. So good. James, I saw the video. Listen. All right. I would give WWE garbage, hot garbage, okay, if I saw them doing something the likes of which we saw with Malakai's video.
Hot garbage.
If I'm going to be solid in my critique, I'm going to tell you like this. The minute he got up from that table and killed the doctor, I'm out. Now, I get it. It's all entertainment. Tom, relax. This is not old school pro wrestling in the smoke-filled arenas in the 80s. I got it. I don't need to be schooled. I totally get it. It's a new day and age. People want entertainment, yo. Fine. I don't like this. I still love him. I still love where he's going. I love the aesthetic. I love that he's different. I still believe he's a star. I've said it for 5+ years or better. He's a star, and I'm glad he's going to get what appears to be a fair shake in AEW. I don't like the vid. I'm just being straight. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just not. Ray says, do you think Vega will get buried now? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully she'll get a fair shake. Yeah, Shannon, selling an injury that didn't even happen in that company. Isn't that something? Lights went out twice. That'd be, yeah, something about there was a, something he said it. He said his contract apparently didn't have it and they didn't realize it or something to that effect. That's good stuff, baby. Let him go. Just let him go. If you're going to cut him anyway, just cut him. Just cut them. Let them move on with their lives. 90 day. You kidding me? Have you ever tried to quit a job and they go, ho. Yeah. No. Before you leave, you can't get another job for 90 days. And by the way, you don't get paid. Excuse me? So, Scotty says, which wrestlers are your favorites and which wrestlers are your least favorites? I don't know if I got a list for you. I can tell you who I enjoy. I believe Kazuchika Okada is the best in the world. I still believe that. No one's done anything to convince me any differently. Kenny Omega is very good. AJ Styles is, for lack of a better word, phenomenal. For my money, pound for pound, Okada's the best wrestler in the world. That's how I feel. Rendell says, wondering when AEW will take over MSG and Barclays Center. Interesting. We'll see. Isn't he really missing an eye? Victor, if he is, I don't know that. Isn't that funny? Is that true? I don't think I know that. Interesting. But yeah, we'll see. Timothy, I'm with you. An awesome crowd in Miami. And Carlos, if you've not responded yet, please let us know. How loud was it when Malakai showed up in the ring? If you responded and I missed it, I apologize. Chris says, what do you think about the fan rush in the ring? I think there's idiots in every crowd, Chris. There's idiots in every room. Every room. Okay? And if you're dumb enough, here's what I'll tell you when I got in the business myself. Rendell, you're very welcome. And Rendell, come back, my friend, almost every Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Wrestling Rumors. Almost. There's some Fridays I take the week off. It depends on what's happening in my life. So thank you, my friend, for hanging out. Please, Rendell, if you're a fan, please tell other fans. And Rendell, send me a friend request if you want, and I'll accept it gladly. Everybody make Rendell. Hey, Rendell, you want to know what kind of fan base I have here for this show? Watch this. Rendell, everybody, kids, make Rendell feel welcome. Everybody do that for me. Would you do that? All of you. I would very much appreciate that. Watch this, Rendell. This is awesome. This is the community I've built here on this show, and I'm very happy with all these cats. They're very good people. See that? Look, you've already got it. Look here. Bam. Isn't that funny? These are good people, man. I'm telling you, you're hanging out with a good crew of people. Check this out. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Boom. My God, look at this. Oh, look out. Isn't that funny? That's awesome. Too many to name. See, I play the music and the monkeys dance. I'm totally kidding. Everyone, that was just a joke. I'm just messing with you. I appreciate it, guys. You guys are the best. And yeah, Randall, man, hang out, dude. We love differing opinions. We're okay with that. Keep it clean. That's my only rule of thumb. I don't curse on the show. Everybody keep it clean. I'll put your comments up. It's not a problem to me at all. So yeah. James says we're like a good AA meeting, always here to support. I actually love that. Hi, my name is Tom, and everyone goes, hi, Tom. Hi, guys. My name's Tom, and I'm addicted to pro wrestling. It's good stuff. Yeah, I was just kidding about Toby's calling me the Puppet Master. Them's just jokes. Okay? So, Scotty says, about my question I asked about who are your favorite wrestlers and least favorites. No, hey, Scotty, you're all good, my friend. No worries, man. No worries. Least favorites, I don't like to call anybody out, dude. I'm not going to call anybody out because it's all subjective. But you asked for my opinion. Again, I think Okada's the best in the world. If I had to sit here and narrow it down to one guy, my favorite of all time is Dusty Rhodes, the Dream. Love Dust, Big Dust. Best of all time, debatable, whatever. He's for a lot of reasons I'm not going to go into here. Maybe another time. The long-standing folks who have been watching and listening know, but I just love Dusty, man. I just love him. So yeah, I can't wait to see what Malakai is going to do. We'll see. Hopefully the sky's the limit for this guy. Can't wait. Stipulations have been revealed for Chris Jericho versus MJF. Before Chris Jericho can get a shot at MJF, he has to defeat all of the Pinnacle. We'll see if he can get it done. 4 guys. And if he can beat the 4 guys, bam, he's in. Okay, he has to beat Wardlow. He has to beat Shawn Spears, and he has to beat FTR. And if he can do that, he's got MJF. You know he's going to beat all 4 of them. All 4 of them. Bam. So, yeah. There you go. Toby, I'm with you. Hard to pick a better all-around performer. Man, was Jericho over on Wednesday night, by the way? He was so over. I loved it. I like Chris. I don't like Chris's politics. If I'm being straight, I don't like Chris's viewpoints on some stuff. Hey, to each his own, baby. By the way, I'm getting that Tom Clark's Main Event cup so I can shove it all up in your face. I'm going to order one today. So there you go. Toby, good question. Toby, good question, says, did he say Pinnacle guys to defeat or just 4 guys? I don't know. Great question. Great question. Listen, it led me to believe it's the Pinnacle that we're talking about here. That's what it leads me to believe, because the rivalry between these 2 factions is still going. It's crazy. Jericho, same guy beat Austin and Rock on the same night. Yes, sir. Who was it? Will says Y2J died years ago. I love that. Wasn't that great? He said Y2J died years ago. It was awesome. I love it. Love it. Jeff, no worries, man. Come back when you can hang out, brother. Yeah. So, yeah. Dynamite hits different with the crowd. Oh, Shannon, you're awesome. Very well said. Dynamite hits different with the crowd. It definitely does. So cool. So cool. Yeah, it was really awesome. I can't wait for this. We've seen this before. We've seen these 2 factions go to war, and we've seen it a bunch. It's, it can be repetitive, sure, if you want to go there. But I think that when the match finally comes around, whenever that's going to be, it's going to be epic. I think both guys are going to pull out all stops, and I think it's going to be something you don't want to miss. I'm not here shilling for the company. I'm just telling you like I see it. Let's talk about the in-ring debut of Andrade El Idolo. How you like that? Versus Matt Sydal. A little rough at the beginning, a couple little kind of moments. I thought the longer they went, the better it got. I heard one person review it this week said it wasn't that great. I don't know if I'm here to say it was match of the year candidate, but I thought it was a solid match. Andrade looked good. He kind of like Black, man. He deserves a shot, dude. Just give me a shot, brother. And, I think he's going to make the best of it. I know he is in that company. He's going to tell him to make the best of this. And I can't wait to see what they do with him. Because, again, folks, if you're a creative guy and you've got ideas, guess what's going to happen? You're probably going to get a chance in Tony Khan's company. Now, that does not mean it's going to work. It doesn't mean it's hey, I'm the next main event star earning bank over everybody else in this industry. It just means you got a fighting chance. And you don't have a $1 billion company where sometimes it feels like they're working against you, Chad shared that. Chad, you're awesome. Thank you, my friend. James says, I'll learn his name once I learn the company. So good. Ross caught flack last week. Ross gets tongue-tied. I do too. It happens. Ray says Andrade was good. He needs a fair shake. Definitely helps with Vicky. I think they should put Alex, who's the guy that's with Pentel Zero. I think they should put him with him. I think he'd be great. He's very annoying, that guy. I love him. He's doing his job. He's supposed to be annoying. But I guess now he's running face because Penta's face now, right? Weird. Severin says, thanks, Tom, for starting my Friday off right. Are you leaving already, Severin? Severin, come back when you can stay longer, my friend. You guys are always so polite and very nice. I appreciate it. Sugar Shane, brother, I'm with you. I hated Andrade's ring gear as well. I just don't get it. Carlos says some guy in the back of me was telling Vicky to marry him and other things too. That's funny. You hear all kinds of stuff in the crowd, dude. Severn says my favorite wrestler today is EC3. Does he? Dude, he's in Ring of Honor. I think he's still doing fine in that company, isn't he? Bobby says Penta doesn't get enough recognition. I think he does in pro wrestling circles. Whether he does from the fans as a whole, I don't know. Good question. James wants to see Pac versus Andrade. Oh, shut up. Yeah. Give me that. I'll buy that for $1. You kidding? Good stuff. So, yeah, I enjoyed this match. What'd you guys think? Here's something else I want to talk to you about. We'll talk about the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. There it is. I went blank for a second. Something else just jumped in my head. You ever have that happen? Something just jumps in your head out of the clear blue? It's crazy. So the match that we saw was Santana and Ortiz and Jake Hager versus Wardlow and FTR. And you know they built up the entire match to get to Jake Hager versus Wardlow. That crowd, they milked it. The guys milked it. Listen, I've always enjoyed Hager. I love that Hager. And listen, do I agree with everything Hager says? No. Do I agree with the stuff he's done in MMA or said in MMA? No. Whatever. He's done this long enough now to be more than competent, kids. To be more than competent, all right? So at this point, he should be better. Maybe not Okada, but he should be better at this. I think he's really come into his own. I think Jake Hager this is the best run of his career. And guess what? He probably hasn't reached his best run in AEW. And that's something to say. Bobby says, thought Penta was amazing in Lucha Underground. I couldn't agree more. Chad says, I like Hager in AEW. I do too. I think he's, I just think he's really come into his own. Ray says, do you know who my favorite wrestler is? Ray, by God, I have an idea. That's for you, Ray. Want to know why? Because Ray bought a shirt. Ray gets a button because he bought a shirt. Uh-oh. You want a button, you buy a shirt. Get it? Might have fun with that. I showed some of last week's episode to my wife, who kind of giggled. And then in her mind was going, God, I'm married to a freaking nerd, dude. What have I done with my life? This is what I married. God save me. It's okay. Timothy said the ending of Santana Ortiz, Hager versus FTR and Wardlow should have been done better. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It was kind of an easy pin. Sandy in Germany. My God, Sandy, where have you been, my friend? Are you late or what? Good heavens. Sandy's so late. By the way, kids, since Sandy's here, I want to show you guys something. Sandy's committed to the brand. Sandy's becoming my unofficial sidekick here, folks. I want to show you something real quick. Sandy's got something to say to you about the merch. Check this out.
Guten Tag, it's Sandy from Germany here. Hi to the dog. Yeah, even got a dog t-shirt on the way. Look what I have here. Oh my God, look at this. Awesome sticker, t-shirt, everything. So get now your stuff now only at redbubble.com. Yeah. Tom Clark's main event for life. Yeah, out.
For life. You hear that? Sandy's committed. That's for you, my friend. Toby says Sandy's a teacher's pet. You better believe it, Toby. He brings me an apple every week. I'm just saying. I like Granny Smith. They're my favorite. I really can't help it. You know that Red Delicious apple? I'm not a fan. Granny Smith's where it's at. I'm just saying. Robin says the main event tag team match on AEW was intense. Boy, I can't agree more with that either. That was really good. I mean, holy God. Fun stuff, dude. Eddie Kingston, shut up. Those four guys together, man, have just such great chemistry. It's insane. Just insane. Kenny Omega's in trouble because Hangman Page is coming. And by the way, I loved his shirt. Yeah, that was, he had the fringe and everything on it. Cowboy stuff. There you go. Honey crisp apple. We can't do the open floor yet, Toby. I want to, but we can't get there. We got a lot more to go here. let's continue with AEW, shall we? Because I'm all about it. How about you boys and girls? How about that? Tony Khan has said in an interview this week with Dan Levitard, I think he spoke to from ESPN. Is he still with ESPN? That there's going to be a second exploding barbed wire match. Okay, so I don't know how I feel about this. If I told you I loved it, I'd be lying. Because, yikes, here's the deal, kids. I didn't hate the other match at all. I thought the match itself was very entertaining, fun to watch. It was really good. The ending, meh. I mean, obviously the ending, right? But Tony's comments on this were that that it was handled by the pyro was handled by pyro people that don't understand pro wrestling. My comment to that is get better pyro people. We'll see. What do you guys think about a second exploding barbed wire match? And by the way, who do you put it between? Because at this point, you know who I go with? Hager and Wardlow. And not even have a title be in the mix. Who else do you book for that? If you had to do it today. So Carlos says he fired the guy that did the pyro. Well, maybe he did. I don't think they need it. Well, I don't know if we're talking about Omega and Moxley here. We're just talking about in general. In general. Yeah, Shane, there was a pic this week of Moxley with a shaved head, but I thought that was photoshopped. Am I wrong? Do you guys know? I don't want to see him shave his head. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, he could pull it off. Eric Jackson for the win, kids. What's up, Russell? Thanks for hanging out, dude. Let's see. Yeah. Tammy, you talking about Wardlow and Hager in a exploding barbed wire match? Yeah, I think that'd be great. That'd be very fun to watch, I believe. So Sandy says he really did shave his head. My God in heaven. Hey, man, I'm fighting it for as long as I can. I'm hanging on to what I got, baby. You believe that? Shannon, because I like you a whole bunch, and everybody's been screaming for it, I'm going to give you guys this.
Cameron Grimes.
Bam! I still love Cameron. No, Sandy, we're getting to NXT. We just kicked off the show with AEW. All right, speaking of NXT, let's talk about some NXT stuff right now, kids. What did you think of this past Wednesday night's great American Bash? I'd love to know. MSK retained the tag team championships by defeating Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. LA Knight defeated Cameron Grimes by pinfall. Singles match. What a match. Now that Cam's lost, he's got to become Knight's butler. We'll see how that works. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are your brand new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Tegan Nox returned. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell dropped the belts. And then in the main event, the grand finale, Adam Cole defeated Kyle O'Reilly. What did you guys think of the Bash? The GAB, baby. What'd you guys think? Josh, welcome to the show, my friend. Sandy, good point. Why is MSK getting booed? Anybody got any ideas about that? You better believe Cameron was robbed, Cherie. You better believe that. Because Cameron's going somewhere, kids.
I'm going to the moon!
And if you don't like that...
Kiss my grin!
God, I love it. Toby says overall the Bash was average. I don't think it was the show of the year. I'm going to agree with you on that. I do think it was a solid show. You know what I mean? Yeah, ratings are a bit down from last week. We'll talk about ratings here in a few minutes. I may have another one of those. Chad says, sounds like Mickey James is on her way to Impact. Showed a clip where wrestling gear was found in trash and announcers were like, who's that? Whose was that? Yeah. So she may end up being the mystery opponent next week for, who's their champ? I just had her name, Deonna Purrazzo. We'll see. Carlos says Cameron Grimes will probably mess everything up with LA Knight as his butler, his cough. Oh my God. Yeah. He's going to. Why wouldn't you? Why would you make the baby face? You see what I'm saying? Because he is going to intentionally screw everything up. Isn't that funny? I love that it was an old school 80s stipulation. Like some of the stuff they did back in World Class, because here's going back a ways. If Sugar Shane's here, he'll remember this. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin had to do like, had to become like, do chores and stuff for, was it David Von Erich? That's some good stuff. Go look that up. Had to like slaughter the pigs and clean the stables. Oh, dude, that's good stuff, man. I think there was pigs involved. So good. Shan says, I think they need to get out of the Capitol Wrestling Center. It's the same fans every week. They need a fresh crowd. I could not agree more. Capitol Wrestling Center, 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 Capitol. Are you tired of it yet? Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling. Every week. I think they have a quota where I have to say the words Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling Center. Stop. I hate it. I hate it so much. My God in heaven. There's another catchphrase. I got to put that on a shirt next. Hey, if it's your thing, go with God, brother. I don't know what else to tell you, but I hate it. Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling Center, Capitol Wrestling Center. Oh, instead of yeet, that's what they do. They're monotonous. They're monotony times a million, times infinity, baby. Over and 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 over again. All day long. Can't stand it. The CWC. Good job, Sandy. You're right. Randall, welcome back. Tom, what do you think of SmackDown? I love what the Usos have been and could be, but we got news on that coming up too. I love Roman. Roman's the man. There's stuff coming out about Roman. I don't know how much of it is true. Stuff that's being said about stuff with him behind the scenes. I don't know. I don't know if I believe any of it. What's up, Christopher Wilson? How you doing, my friend? Toby, you might be right. They could be breaking up Karrion Kross and Scarlett to put them on the main roster. That's been some of the buzz going around. Ray's asking about also, Ray, I'll throw it back to you, my friend. Do you think it's over with O'Reilly and Cole? What do you think, guys? Do you think Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, baby, have come to an end, or you think they still got another match left? What do you guys think? Is there enough there? Do they, you see what I'm saying? And if there is, do you go back to it right now, or do you do it later? Do you not go back to it at all? What do you guys think about this? I'd love to know what you guys think. Ray, you especially. I'd love to know what you guys think. Sugar Shane says they did the angle in Memphis too. Jerry Lawler beat Rick Rude and his valet Angel had to wait on the King for a week. That's good stuff. I love the old school angles because they're so ridiculous. They're utterly ridiculous. Like you have to get in your car and drive across town to go, clean the stable or something. Come on. It's so dumb, but I love it because it's out of the realm of believability, but not so far out that it's a grown woman in pigtails with dark circles under her eyes, hypnotizing people in the ring. You know who you are. That stupid phony laugh. I'm not mad at Alexa. For God's sake, everyone don't have a panic attack. I'm not mad at her. It's what they want from her. I get it. From where I'm sitting, I'm not entertained by this. Haven't been in a long time. By the way, if you agree with that, hit the thumbs up or the big old heart button. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate that. Dave says, I think Kyle and Adam can go one more time. I think there's enough there. Ray, yes, it's over. He should beat Cross next week and get his belt back. Ray may be a bit slanted here, kids, if I'm being honest with you. Sandy says, I think they can fight forever. Sandy, making the point of Sammy and Owens. But to your point, Sandy, will it be too much? My God, it may be too much. Toby, killing it today. I hope it's over. Time to move on. Round 3 can be later to send Cole to the main roster, which is probably the plan, which everybody here is suggesting. We'll see. We shall see. What else have we got going on here, kids? As we mentioned before, Tegan Nox returns. Here's my hope for Tegan Nox. I hope that Tegan can stay healthy. I hope that it works out this time. I think she got a lot of potential. I think we could see something really cool from her. I hope her body holds up. I hope everything's okay. I really hope so. Samoa Joe will be the special guest referee between Karrion Kross and Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. Is Kross dropping the title to Johnny Wrestling? What do you boys and girls think about this? What do you boys and girls think about this? Ray says, happy that he beat him clean. Talking about Adam Cole, baby. I'm sure. Josh says, how many times the Young Bucks have to cheat to keep the belts? Every time they wrestle. That's the answer. For sure. I love it. They have become, you could make the argument that Matt and Nick Jackson are the best heels in the business right now. You can make that argument. I would have said, I've been saying for a long time that Roman's probably the best heel in the business. Actually, what I've been saying is that Jay White and New Japan's the best heel in the business. But I think that the Jacksons are making a case for that right now. Sugar Shane says, what did you think of Britt Baker's promo at the Blood Money shot at AEW? I loved it. Did you guys hear her make the Blood Money comment and talk about maybe they run a show in Saudi Arabia? Who said the words Blood Money here on this show? I'll listen. Go ahead. Oh, wait, I need this. If you said Tom Clark, you're right. I've been calling it Blood Money. WWE's new pay-per-view from Saudi Arabia. WWE Blood Money. Where we all get rich and disgrace the business, pal. Robbie, I would never discount the Briscoes. Mark and Jay, shut up. I love those guys to death. It's hard for me to consider them heels because I just love them. They're just, aren't they face again, by the way? They flip-flop quite a bit in that company. I got to get caught back up on Ring. I got to get caught up on Ring of Honor and New Japan. A lot, because New Japan puts out so much content, and trust me, I'm here for it. But a lot of times I find myself getting behind. So I'll be up here in the office and I'll be doing something maybe totally unrelated to pro wrestling. And I'll have New Japan on the background. I'll be working or writing or whatever, and I'll look up and see it. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, yeah. I got to get caught up, dude. I got to totally get caught up. Britt is gold. Yeah, she's a great. Britt Baker needs to be babyface. Call it like I see it. Enough of this heel stuff. The crowd loves her. Turn her face. They're trying to make out like Nyla Rose is the face. This is a waste of time. Nyla's a heel. It's just make it heel. Okay. What happened last week, I thought that Britt's promo this week was going to be slightly not heel. It was totally heel. Silly. It's just silly. Turn her face. Ridiculous. Chad says, no, but I did see where Briggs' protege did get a legitimate injury in AEW match with Vicky and Nia. Oh, my goodness. Yep, that's Reba, right? You talking about Reba? That's with Britt. It's one of those, but listen, did you see this? Did you see the injury from last week? Is that what you're talking about, Chad? It was a freak injury. It was a freak injury, man. No one had their hands on her at all. It just happened. It just happened. No one hurt her. She got in the ring and went to charge, and then she just blew her knee out. Oh, there you go. Rob said the Briscoe brothers fought each other in an outdoor street fight this past week. I have not. Please don't anybody spoil it for me. Ray says Britt makes a great face. I think it's time to turn her. I just don't understand why you're not turning her. Oh, everybody listen to Shannon. She's totally right. New Japan World, $10 a month is totally worth it. You can cancel it anytime. And no, I get no kickback from that company either. I'm just telling you how I feel. Let's talk about ratings, kids. This week, AEW 871 down from last week's 883. NXT 654 down or up from last week's 636. So both shows dipped a little this week in the ratings. It is what it is. Sometimes people get distracted doing other things. Plus, a lot of people, depending on where you live in the country, were probably out of town and maybe not even come back to your town yet. They were out of town for the 4th. There you go. I told you guys I wasn't going to touch much on the main roster, but I did want to talk about a couple of things. How many people need and not need Kofi Kingston to defeat Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank? How many people need this to happen? Chris, I know that is it Slammiversary next weekend? I think. Am I getting the show right? I think. We're going to talk about it next week. I'm gonna try to have Phil back on the show next Friday. And you know what's funny, Victor? During the promo this past week, Britt called her Reba. Isn't that funny? That's so awesome. You're right, though. Isn't that what she was going off on people for? So It really does feel like they're leading toward it. The buildup feels like Kofi wins, but what it legitimately feels like, here's a scenario for you. What if Kofi wins and on the following Monday, Lesnar comes back and gets all up in Lashley's face? Okay. They had their dream match at SummerSlam. And then he goes back after Kofi. And the whole idea is, I beat you one time, I killed you. And this time Kofi wins. It's not going to happen. Doesn't mean I don't want to see it happen. But, listen, to everybody not wanting to see Lesnar come back, he's going to. It's only a matter of time. Sugar Shane with a different take. I'm over Kofi. His gimmick is old. Brother, you can feel that way. Go with God. It's totally fine. I'm not. I just, from where I sit, I disagree respectfully. Shannon says I'm all for Kofi winning. I agree. I would love to see it happen. Sandy says he wants Lashley and Lesnar. A lot of people do. Oh my God, everyone, please say hello to James Luft. Please, everyone. James, one of the co-hosts of the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. James, when is your shop going to be online? Because I'm going to go buy a shirt. I promise you that. I'm going to buy one of your shirts, man. Tell me when it's up. Is it up now? James has appeared on the 6M podcast with me. Me and him and Troy Grant, another co-host from the Untitled Wrestling Pod, are going to do a 6M podcast next Wednesday on the final episode of Loki. I can't wait. Oh my God, I'm pumped. I'm jacked. I'm amped. I can't wait to see it. James loves the man, dude. Low-keyed wrestling brilliance from that gentleman, I promise you. And hilarious, dude. James, I don't know if everybody's ever told you are a funny cat, dude. And he's Christ. Have you ever seen him on? He had the Christ glow behind him. So good. So next time you come on this show, brother, I expect the halo around your head. Good stuff. Chad says, Tom Clark for WWE Booker. Please vote yes. I appreciate you, Chad, but they can't afford me. There you go. I'm just kidding. I'm on sale to the highest bidder. For a nickel, you can have me. You know what I mean? I've been waiting to sell my soul for years, Jack. You kidding? My goal in this life is to sell out. That's my only goal. So, Bobby, thanks. Bobby, have you been to work this whole time? Shut the front door. Are you kidding? Bobby's the man, Jack. You're the best, brother. Thank you for hanging out. Bobby, send me a friend invite, dude. Chris for asking about the Horseman. James, are you still here? Asking about the Horseman, baby. There you go. We got to have him back on the show. That was the most fun. I had so much fun during that show, dude. So cool. So cool. Shannon, you called it. Tom, Troy, James, and Phil. You better believe it. Phil's our Barry. He's our Big Barry. Big Barry Windham. Bobby, thank you, brother. Thanks again. Toby says, what did you go? Not even Tom could save that dumpster fire. It's a pretty massive dumpster. There you go. Sandy's always the man. Tell me I look 25. I believe I look 22. I don't look anything like 22. What's up, James? Awesome. So yeah, let's hit you with some news you don't want to hear. Jimmy Uso DUI. Okay, now this comes the part where the politically correct thing to say in this era of 2021. Are you ready? I got to do my erect posture and show the shirt. Look at that bad boy, James. James, by the way, the Redbubble people do a pretty good job. I'm happy with this. And some other people have bought the merch. They're happy with it. So I promise you, I think you'll dig it. All right. Here's my politically correct commentary on Jimmy Uso's arrest for DUI. You ready? Sometimes people struggle with demons. They need help. I hope that Jimmy Uso can get the help that he needs. I like him a lot. I want to see him get his life on track. I want to see him get better. I want to see him do the right thing. He deserves another chance. Jeff Hardy deserved another chance. Matt Hardy deserved another chance. Here's what I'll tell you about Jimmy Uso. That's the politically correct term. And by the way, I believe everything I just said. That's not to mock anyone, okay? But here's Tom. My name's on the shirt. My name's on the show. It's my show. So here's Tom Clark's point of view. Get your head out of your rear end before you get someone killed. My father was taken from me when I was 4.5 years old by a drunk driver. I grew up without him. I'll never see him again. Okay. Thanks to the guy that killed him because he was driving drunk. Little known fact. That's the truth. That's my origin story. That's what I came from. Years of heartbreak. I'm a grown man. I still got heartbreak, baby. I still speak to someone about issues. That's one of the issues I speak about. I did it today. I'll never get over it. That's what that guy took from me. All right. Jimmy Uso is going to kill somebody if he doesn't get himself right. Cold, hard facts. Jimmy Uso has never met me. He doesn't care who I am. I get it. I'm just a fan to him. It's all right. It's cool. But if I had the opportunity to speak to him one-on-one, I'd say, it's time to man up, brother. Man up. Okay? Let's knock this off. Time to grow up before you get somebody killed and rob their child of their parent. Or rob the parent of the child. Okay? So there's Tom Clark's word. That's how I feel. So there you go. You asked. Everybody wanted to know. There you go. Chris said, is that his 3 times? Maybe. Maybe so. It's got to be close. Chad bringing up Dr. Featherstone. Chris Featherstone's the man, kids. Chris helped me out a lot during my writing career. I can't say enough good things about him. Go check out Pancakes and Power Slams. I love to endorse good product and good shows. I will endorse Chris all day long. Chris is a really good man, really good person. James backs it up, says, yes, 3rd time, 2011, 2019, and 2021. There you go. Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens. And, yeah, again, I'm not saying let's put him in a room and beat the crap out of him. I'm not saying that. I'm just, at some point, like I said, grow up. Sandy, believe it or not, I'm straight edge as well. I am the age that I am, and it's none of your business. But I've never had alcohol in my life. After growing up, again, my origin story, coming up from that, how can I? How could I ever? I just don't have a desire to. I still don't. I just don't care about it. No drugs, no alcohol. Chad, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, brother. Send me a friend request, Chad, if you haven't. Are we friends? If we are, I apologize. I can't keep track of all this. It's okay. It's nothing to do with you guys. I just get scatterbrained sometimes. That's all. Couple more things to talk about. If you guys don't know who Dave Prazak is, he's the promoter for Shimmer Wrestling, women's wrestling. He has joined MLW. Now, this may not sound like a big deal to you, okay? But you get a guy that runs a women's pro wrestling company to come up and head up your women's division, a brand new women's division. They tried it in 2019. It was like, guess what? This is a good idea. If any one of you follows MLW, this is something to keep your eyes on. And by the way, I've got to get called back up on MLW. It's one of those companies that kind of flies under the radar. So there you go. I've got to get caught back up. Sandy, I enjoy the product as well. Alyssa, what's going on? Don't like how Seth Rollins turns on fans. Don't like his character needs change. Still think Becky Lynch ruined him. Really? You think Becky ruined him for real? Like a real? I can't wait to see Becky come back. So there you go. Toby says his recovering addict Jimmy will only get better when he decides he wants to. You're right. You're right. Oh, James, looking forward to MLW Battle Riot 3 tomorrow. Is that a pay-per-view, James? I may just buy that. A buddy of mine's coming over tomorrow to hang out, and I hadn't seen him in a while. So we'll see. If he comes up, we may just buy the pay-per-view. Is that a pay-per-view? Eddie says, luckily he's not in California. 3 DUIs normally turn into the lowest state prison sentence here. Wow. Crazy. Rendell, right? Thanks for the show. Back to work. Hey, Rendell, thank you for hanging out, my friend. Hang out with us again next week, man. I appreciate you. Sheree said Jimmy needs some scared straight. I mean, if this doesn't scare you, for God's sake, the third arrest doesn't scare you? Yikes. Marcus with some news. Uso is out of jail and beats us. Well, he should be. Jamel, you're very late. Go back and watch the replay, my friend. But thanks for hanging out. So yeah, we'll keep your eyes on MLW, kids. We close out today's show before the open floor and before the ratings with the death of Chris Youngblood, 55 years old, which I'm sorry is way too young to leave this planet. That's the truth. All the best to Chris's family, part of the Romero family. Ricka Jonas, who's a friend of mine on Facebook, is actually the daughter of Jay Youngblood, and really good people. She's awesome chick. So yeah, again, all the best to her, all the best to her family, and the family of Chris Youngblood. So there you go. Let's talk about some ratings. Then we're going to open the floor wide open. This week's SmackDown 1.86, down from 1.97 last week. Raw, the lowest. I think this is the lowest rating in the history of the show, 1.46 million, down from 1.57 last week, which was the second to lowest rating. Monday Night Raw, my friends. Monday Night Raw.
Hot garbage. What? Hot garbage.
It is. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty freaking bad. It's pretty freaking bad. James says Raw is a dumpster fire. Yep, for sure. Marcus says, well, we covered Malakai Black already, Marcus. It's the beginning of the show. Please feel free to go back and watch the replay if you'd like to. We kicked off the show with it. Well, first we kicked off the show with me trying to sell you a shirt. By the way, did you guys know? I got shirts, yo. I got all kinds of. Read the ticker at the bottom if you don't think I got any shirts. If you don't think I got any shirts, you dead wrong. You are dead wrong, baby. I got some shirts. I got more than shirts. I got all kinds of stuff. Let me show you what all I got up in here. Okay. Check out the designs. I got the What's Up Kids, Where's the Dog, Say Hey to the Boy, Go with God, Brother, and Hot Garbage. There you go, baby. There's my designs for the shirts, the Tom Clark's Main Event Classic logo, of course. If you're a fan of Tom Clark's 6M podcast, I've got that design also. I'm going to do something a little bit different with that as well. I'm going to take the logo and I'm going to add a few things to it. We got T-shirts. We got hoodies. We got sweatshirts. The page will load. There it is. We got women's shirts, baby. If you're a chick, oh my God, are you in luck? And if you're a dude that wants to wear a chick shirt, I don't judge. Buy the shirt. Laptop skins, laptop sleeves, stickers, iPad skins, phone cases, socks. Oh my God, have I got socks? I got socks for days. Pins, mugs, tote bags, travel cups, water bottles, zipper pouches. If you got something to put in a pouch, you're in the right place, baby. There you go. Greeting cards. Check out that pillow. Let's just marvel at how cool that pillow is. Look at that bad boy. You kidding me right now? It's pretty. It's pretty. But yeah, listen, I'd appreciate anything you guys want to throw that way. If all you want's a magnet, I would, again, as always, I would appreciate your business. You guys know that. Guess what, kids? We're going to open this floor wide open. What do you got for me? Pro wrestling related, non-pro wrestling related? What do you guys got for me? What do you think? Alyssa, Roman Reigns better than Seth Rollins. Things don't like him. Mike still doesn't connect with me. Okay. Woo, Alyssa, you're throwing a lot at me. It's okay. Listen, you have your favorites. I can't argue that, and I'm not mad at that. It's all good. You're supposed to get into this stuff. Even though Raw is hard to watch, Raw is a dumpster fire, Raw is impossible. In other words,
hot garbage.
You can still have your fun. You can still enjoy it. Super Dave says, do I see Xavier turn on Kofi? Unfortunately, yes. Couple of people, not just Tammy, saying Raw should only be 2 hours. Here's the deal, kids. With the 2 hour comment, the 2 hour thought, they're getting a ton of money for 3 hours. Sponsors, the network, ton of money for 3 hours. I don't know if we can look at Raw going 2 hours again anytime soon. And to be honest, it shouldn't have to go 2 hours. All 3 hours should be entertaining. Should be. Tim says my predictions for Fyter Fest night 1 next week. Oh my God, that's tough. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see coming out of Fyter Fest next week? I'll throw it back to you. What do you guys think? Do you want to see, who do you want to see go over? What are you hoping goes down? What are you hoping happens? We'll see. Okay, so night one, let's talk about it. The only thing we've got actually booked as of this moment, I think, is Allen versus Page in the coffin match, isn't it? Isn't that the only thing we've got officially booked? James says Ricky Starks winning all the belts. I'd be okay with that. Nothing on Kelly Klein, Chris. I can't wait till we got some Kelly Klein news. I miss that chick. Sandy says, I rewatched Raw and finished it in an hour and 30 minutes. Did you sleep through it? Because that's how I'd finish it in an hour and 30 minutes. For sure. Mark says Riddle Money in the Bank wins. So next Friday, we're going to preview a Money in the Bank. We may have Phil back on the show. So we'll see. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Mark, I wouldn't doubt it at all. Then they'll bring Randy back and do this thing where like he won for me and I've got to take it, whatever. Everyone, please welcome Nate Dogg to the show. Obligatory now that CM Punk only has one loss in UFC. What are the odds that he'll headline WrestleMania against John Cena in a forced apology to China shame match? Oh my God. Did you guys hear the news this week? Nathan sent this to me also, and I forgot to include it on the list. That Punk's win was overturned, or excuse me, loss was overturned because not Mickey Gall. Mike Jackson, was that his name? Not the acclaimed NWA, longtime NWA jobber, but another Mike Jackson. Tested positive for marijuana on the night of the fight, so his win was overturned. There you go. Crazy. Cherie says, I really want Omega to lose one or two of his belts. He's going to eventually. He can't keep them forever. Can't keep them forever. I got nothing on Alberto Del Rio, Sandy. That guy. Yikes. Yikes. Starks versus Cage FTW title match. Have they by the way, I'm still in the process of finishing up watching the entire Dynamite from end to end. I had a lot going on Wednesday night, so I've seen most of the highlights, all the highlights, and I'm just going back to watch it end to end. I think I'm partway through it at this point. Yes, everyone go follow World of Wrestling on Facebook. Go give them a follow. Join the page. Sandy in Germany would appreciate that. Ray says, Naughty by Nature or Lois Boys? Who are you asking me? And if Adam Cole invited you to watch NBA Finals, could I come too? Sure. Who you got in the NBA Finals, Ray? Is anybody into the finals this year? Phoenix and Milwaukee in the NBA Finals. Yeah. You know it's not who the NBA won in the finals. Let's be honest. Call like you see it. I thought we may have been going for a Lakers-Sixers finals, which would have been great with me because I'm a Sixers guy. Dave says Suns in 5. Keith says Suns will win. Chris says Sammy Callahan or Kenny. My head says Kenny. But my heart says Kenny. I'm not a Callahan guy. No disrespect. He's just not my cup of tea. Lost Boys. Thank you, Ray. I'll go with Naughty by Nature. Robbie says, out of any pro organization, if one wrestler can make an appearance in HPW, even if you just get on a mic, who would it be? I mean, I'd love to see Mox in HPW. That's just me talking. I'd love to see him. We couldn't afford him. He's expensive, I'm sure. Yeah, please go check out World of Wrestling. Send him a request. Sandy will accept. Timothy says, Suns in 7. Think it's going to go the distance, do you? Be interesting to see. Mark says Moose should beat Omega. It's great long-term booking. I agree with that as well. I got your back on that, dude, for sure. Give me one or two others, and we're gonna get out here and go enjoy the weekend. What do you guys think about that? One or two more, and we're getting out of here. Thank you, Shannon. I'll say hey to the boy. I appreciate you. Shannon, buy a shirt, Shannon, or a coffee mug. Next week, I'm gonna be sporting a coffee mug with my logo on it. Shut up. I am. If the Lakers aren't in the finals, it never happened. Hey, I'm not a Lakers guy. I'm just telling you I think that's what the league wants. The league wants the high profile, big money, big market teams to be in the finals because it's better for them. You know what I mean? We saw that for years. So yeah, I get it. Let's see. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you. Dave says, congrats to Tampa Lightning, back-to-back champs. I'm not into hockey, but sure. I'll give him congratulations. Mark says, if I get a shirt, can you? Dude, of course. All right. So here's the deal, Mark. You would have to send it to me. You'd have to send it to me, and I could sign it then. That's the only way I could do it. If you want to go through all that trouble, you perfectly well can. But it's totally up to you. Tell you what, Mark, if you get a shirt and you put it on and do a video of yourself or a pic, I'll put it all over my social media. Twitter, Facegram. That's a good one. And Instabook. Facegram and Instabook, kids. Uh-oh. I'm making new apps as we sit here. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Boom. So get this, Tim. July 28th, when I'm there, is not Fight for the Fallen. That would be night 3. It's only 2 nights, right? Because night 2 is the week of the 21st. Because it was advertised that way, but now it's not. Carlos says they need to put the NBA back to normal season October. I think they will this year. Keith says Kofi's promo work has been amazing the past 2 weeks. I couldn't agree more. I love this guy so much. I love it. Chris, I'd love to get my own pop. I just haven't done it yet. That'd be great. It'd be great. You kidding me? I totally love it. Dave has a birthday next Thursday. Happy early birthday to you, Super Dave. I appreciate you. All right, kids, it looks like we're going to get on up out of here. I want you guys to have a great weekend. I want you guys to stay safe. I want you guys to go to tinyurl.com/TomClarkPods, P-O-D-S, for Tom Clark, official Tom Clark merchandise from Tom Clark's Main Event and Tom Clark's 6M podcast. I want you to check out the 6M podcast, okay? Please and thank you. I recorded another episode last night with Phil. It was pretty cool. Last night we did Doom Patrol. Next week we're gonna do Batman. So we do all kinds of geek culture stuff. Ray, my friend, you're the man. Thank you, my friend. You guys are awesome. Shane says, I'm here to take Space Jam 2. We'll come up short to Space Jam 1. I love Jordan. He's the greatest of all time. So, yeah, it's probably going to be tough. But, yeah, listen, I appreciate you guys again. Thanks, everybody, for commenting. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. It means loads to me to hang out with you guys every Friday. I do appreciate you as always. Thank you guys so much for being here, for always giving me the time of day, for validating my existence as a podcaster. Because without you guys, this isn't much fun. So there you go. I appreciate you guys again. Everybody have a good weekend, okay? We'll see you next time, kids. Don't be late. Tom Clark's Main Event.